Brittany, Jeffrey, have you been recording on my computer again? Stay there. It's recording. Well, I was going to do this anyway. Hey guys, it's me, your peer advocate, Steven. Hey, I just wanted to check in with you guys, see how you guys were doing. I know last kind of time I did this, it was kind of really boring, so I'm really trying to make it interesting for you guys and kind of make it a little more interesting and hopefully something a little more fun as we go along, since I'm learning this too. I've never blogged before. So last week actually was my first time. This week I wanted to go over you guys' syllabus. Have it right here. Oh my god, it's too friggin' bright. I have it on my tablet, which helps me keep in contact with you guys because I take it on the go. I also have Skype on this, so if I'm on campus and I'm in between classes somewhere, I don't have my laptop set up, I can actually keep track right here. Whoa. So one of the things you should know is that a syllabus is something that's binding. And I'm not talking about binding just the teacher, because this is what he's required to teach in order for him to keep his job. This is also binding for you guys, because this is listing out all the expectations that the teacher has in you in order for you to pass the class. So a lot of people kind of stress, you need to read the syllabus, you need to read the syllabus. Well, yeah. I don't know about you, but every time I look at a syllabus, very long, very dull, very boring. So, I'm not going to go over the specifics on this, because quite honestly you guys can read this in your own time, but I'm going to highlight a couple sections that really are important for you guys to succeed in this course. Required materials, you guys got my math lab. I can't see anything that you guys do in my math lab, so I can't be of any real help there. I know it's tough, but one of the things that you should remember is that if you are struggling, even with my math lab, and you can't get a notice from the teacher right away, I know Mr. Weiss is very good about replying, but obviously he's a busy man. Sometimes he just doesn't get the opportunity. So one of the things that you can do is that there is online tutoring. Now, if you are struggling at all so far, good indication is to, and I hate to use this, to get your butt into the tutoring center immediately. Because one of the things that it tends to do in a math course is it tends to snowball. So if you don't understand something, the next course builds on top of that, you don't understand that, it grows and you're left with a huge pile of, oh my god, what the heck am I going to do? I am going to fail. So, one of the things I checked in for you guys is that online, through the LCC website, there is the tutoring center. Now, on that link is a link to free e-tutoring, because I know some of you may not be on campus, but there is unlimited free online tutoring available for you. What you have to do is, on the tutoring center's website, there is 2 links for e-tutoring. One of them you have to sign up with, and since it's getting towards the weekend, if you do it tonight, you won't expect it till Monday, but they generally do it within the next business day. And this way you have unlimited access as long as you're an LCC student, and normally you would set this up with a tutor, but you can do it online. And since some of you, I don't know, many of you may be out of state, feel free to leave a comment on the YouTube video below, or if you have any questions, because I realize that, I actually have some space on there for comments and likes and such, and why not use them? So so maybe that might be something that we both can use, because if you do have questions, if you do have comments, leave them below and I'll keep checking on them. One of the things that you also have is video on demand. Video on demand is very handy, especially when you want to study, because if you miss something during the video, you can rewatch it. Normally in an online classroom, you don't have that opportunity, so this is really something that's really helpful, and I really stress that you guys take a look at it. Grades, very simple, very self-explanatory. Study plan. One of the things that I was informed of when I first started as the peer advocate here is that a lot of students struggle with this study plan. This is probably one of the biggest makes or breaks students when they take this class. It's because they don't do the homework. They don't do, or they think students kind of run into the issue where there's no set due date, so put it off. Put it off. That is the last thing you want to do. I can guarantee it. One of the things that I ended up doing was that when I had a pre-calculus course with another teacher here on campus, I was doing a lot of the homeworks, and unfortunately, I let it snowball. Needless to say, I did not do very well. It was a very bad thing to do. So if you can, I would get it done ahead of time. Now, chapter quizzes, very simple, very self-explanatory. Partial credits, midterms, final exams. One thing I should caution you guys to know is that for the midterm and final exams, what you should know is that if the final exam, a teacher, and this goes for any teacher, not just Mr. Weiss, but any teacher, okay? If they decide to move the due date for the final exam, let's say Monday at 9 a.m., okay, of finals week, when they go to take the exam, or just like maybe 2 weeks before, they decide to move the due date to the Friday before, so that you guys don't have to come into that week. You know, who wants to come into a class at 9 a.m.? They absolutely have to give you the option of taking it that Monday morning, in case, let's say, you work that night, or you work on Friday and you can't actually make that day. They absolutely have to give you that option to take that exam that Monday. So, and if a teacher does not give you that option, that's a big no-no and needs to be reported. So if that does happen, let me know, or let Mr. Weiss know, or let somebody know, because they'll get you in the right direction, because that is not cool. Sample test, math help, special needs. If you guys are with the special needs course, or you have like a student visa from the Office of Special Needs, please get that to Mr. Weiss, because that just only serves to help you, because he is required to help you guys if you have a student visa, and try to make arrangements in that regard. It is the only thing. It's kind of basically your trump card. It is the only thing that he cannot say no to. Withdrawal dates. As much as I hate to admit it, there may be the time that you may have to consider withdrawing. Friday, April 19th is the last date. So unfortunately, because of that fact, if for any reason that you are failing, or you're not quite sure, or you are not sure how to complete the course where you are, this is something you would talk to me about before, or perhaps Mr. Weiss, which is also a very great option. You just speak to either one of us, see if maybe there's something that could happen. Mr. Weiss, I would speak to Mr. Weiss on your behalf if needed. But if, let's say, you are failing, there is no hope of recovery, this is the date you want to withdraw by, because this way you owe no money. You know, you've spent the money, but you won't get it back. But at least you won't owing more than that. Now, a lot of things that, as I understand it, is that you have sections of homework due before the quiz. I really stress to you guys, do not wait till last minute, because it just sucks. I mean, you might as well bury yourself later on, and that's not fun. And that really, I mean, you might as well rage quit. Really, I mean, that's a lot, and a lot of students do. Now, one thing I should let you know is that reading the syllabus, even though it may be dry reading, even though it may be the dullest crap you've ever read. Now, I'm not saying that this is crap, but I'm saying that there are probably some teachers that you're looking at and going, oh my God, I can't deal with this. No. It may even look a lot like this. Now, this is a bowls, puzzle pieces. Now, there's a lot. Now, it may look like this because it's all broken apart. you don't even know, you can't even put it back together because you don't even know what the picture is. You know, it's like getting this without the box. And then even worse, sometimes it's like that. Could have gone better. So I want you guys to try to take a look at this. Take a serious look, because this will either make or break your grade. And I can tell you is that this is your ammunition, basically, if you need it to be. Knowing this inside and out. Now the teacher may change it at one point or another, because let's say there's a snow day and you have to, he has to move a due date. Sometimes some courses do. For an online course, I don't really see that happening. But let's say something were to change. He is required to notify you when that happens. But honestly, I don't see this happening in an online course. But if he suddenly, or if any teacher suddenly decides to go against this, then that's not good. And if they don't notify you, that's even really bad, because this is also approved by the state. So if this does happen, let me know, or let Mr. Weiss know. Or at least talk to somebody about it, because when we're trying to make sure that you guys succeed, we're also looking at ourselves too. So I don't know about you guys. I'm gonna get my thinking cap on. I love this thing. I swear to God, I love this thing. So I'm gonna get my thinking cap on. I gotta book it on some homework myself. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. One last thing I should also mention to you. And if you just give me one brief moment. We have a C2C kickoff celebration. It is on it is on Tuesday, February 12th from 12 to 1:30. I'm probably going to be there. So if you want to come on campus, have a great time, meet other peer advocates, learn about a little bit more about what we do, or if you just want to find me and actually meet me in person, feel free to, because I'll probably be there, and I'll probably be kicking it with a couple of other advocates. So please stop by, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. See ya!